January 22, 2006, Kobe Bryant exploded for 81 points in the Lakers' win over Toronto, the second most points scored in an NBA game. The Mamba shot 28 of 46 from the floor, 7 of 13 from three-point range, and he was 18 of 20 from the free throw line. Charles Barkley joins us for his thoughts on Kobe's career and his legacy. And Chuck, where does Kobe fit among the great players you played alongside or have watched over the last 30-plus years of your involvement with the league?
Well, you know, the thing that's really amazing, he had 81 points that night. He's probably going to have 81 points the entire season this year. So, you know, in my pecking order, I got him as the sixth greatest player. You know, I got Michael 1, I got Oscar 2, I got Bill, Russell, Kareem, and Wilt. Those are my top 5 greatest. And I got Kobe, LeBron, I got Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and Magic and Bird. That's my 10 greatest of all time. He's just had an amazing career. I mean, it's been a pleasure and an honor to watch Kobe play all these years.
Charles, I wonder with Kobe being mentioned in the same breath as Michael Jordan in the wake of his announcement and the retirement, just to ask you with regards to a connection between Jordan and the Kobe era. Is he the type of player, the last type of player that we see in terms of his approach and mentality, kind of his ego operating over the likes of the team in an old school kind of fashion that you see with regards to how the new superstars in the league are perceived? Is Kobe a connection to that past?
You know, that's a great question. I'm not sure, man. There's always going to be great players. I mean, you think about it. When I first started, we're never going to have anybody like Bird and Magic. Then we got Michael, Carmelo, John Stockton, Patrick Ewing, those guys. Then we got LeBron, Kevin Durant. Now we got Steph Curry. I think that we just need to just appreciate what this guy did. I mean, think about it. And he's actually unique. I think he's the first guy who went directly from high school to college who was on the Mount Rushmore. I mean, LeBron's going to be on the Mount Rushmore, but Kobe, to me, is the first guy who went directly. Well, Moses is on that, but that's a different area because Moses went to the to the ABA. But Kobe is the first guy who went directly from high school to college who's on the Mount Rushmore. And that's a pretty amazing accomplishment, and we should just appreciate that greatness.
Hey, Chuck, what's up, buddy? It's Bulls.
Well, listen, why ain't you playing, man?
I'll be playing pretty soon. I got a good question for you, though. Where do you see Kobe's legacy as far as amongst the greats, like you just talked about earlier? But where do you see Kobe's specifically? Because a lot of the young guys, as fans of his, we look up to him. Our kids look up to him. What do you see Kobe's legacy being?
Well, listen, you can't take away his greatness. He's had an obviously your body gives out at some point. He's been really basically hurt the last couple of years. And obviously his body just can't do this anymore. But he's the closest I've ever seen to Michael Jordan. I can't, on my top 5, I told you I got Oscar, but I can't say I know if a guy averages a triple-double, and anytime now a guy has a triple-double, we go crazy. The average one for an entire season is pretty amazing. But I never thought I would see anybody comparable to Michael Jordan. And I can say I don't think he's Michael Jordan, but he's probably the closest I've ever seen. And it's just been an amazing run for him. And like I say, I think his stuff is, multiplied, but for the lack that he didn't go to college at all, which makes it even more special.
Chuck, I'm going to give you a heads up here. I think you may have listed 11 players in your top 10. We're going to do some fact checking on that. But math issues.
I think I did.
Math issues aside, it was great stuff.
But I didn't want to leave anybody off. I got to put Magic and Bird on there.
All right, that's all fair. That's fair. Charles, appreciate the time as always.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.